New construction incentives like reduced sales prices, reduced interest rates, and closing cost assistance are helping home buyers have more affordable options in their home buying journey. If you're a home buyer interested in new construction and cashing in on home builder incentives, this video is for you. If we haven't met yet, I'm Staci Russell, your Northwest Houston realtor, educating buyers, sellers, and investors on all things real estate. If you're thinking about buying a new construction home, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. Show me some love by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified anytime I release new content. So how do you take advantage of new construction incentives? By understanding the process of new construction and if the incentives being offered are a good fit for you. Here's what you need to know. When purchasing a new construction home, you really have two options. The first is to pick a lot and build from the ground up, which can typically take 6 to 12 months. The second option is to purchase a move-in ready inventory home that will be completed in the next 30 to 60 days. This option is where the builder will offer the most incentives. Why? Because the home is near completion and doesn't have a buyer yet. So if the builder doesn't sell the home, they have to continue to pay taxes, utilities, and overhead, causing them to lose money. Next, you'll need to make sure that you have a great real estate agent. And I say great because not all real estate agents are created equal. My opinion is that you should use a real estate agent anytime you are buying or selling property. And the same is true for new construction. A great agent will advocate for you, negotiate for you, and handle the everyday tasks that come along with a real estate deal. Using an agent will help you save money, energy, and frustration. Plus, they can help you with all of the following tips in this video. Keep watching to see how an agent can take the stress off of your plate during this process. Now that we agree that you need a real estate agent, you'll want to do your research. Every new construction community is different. It's important to do your research on what area you want to live in, what schools are zoned to that area, and what the tax rate is, as well as what the HOA fees will be and what amenities are offered in that community. Some communities offer parks, and others offer a rec center with a lazy river and a golf course. Just know that the more amenities will equal higher HOA fees. It's also worth noting that the builder is not associated with the HOA. Therefore, the HOA could change over time and charge more or less money in the future. Once you've done your research, you'll get to the exciting part of touring communities with your agent. I can't stress this enough. Your agent needs to be with you during this time. Most builders have a clause in their contract stating that your agent must be present with you on your first visit to the community. The builder will pay the buyer's agent commission, which saves you money as the buyer. But if there's no agent present during the first visit, that's money that the builder doesn't have to spend, leaving you vulnerable to the builder taking advantage of the fact that you're unrepresented. Most new construction communities require you to have an appointment with a sales agent. This is something that your real estate agent can set up for you. During your appointment, the sales agent will get an understanding of your wants and needs and show you homes at various levels of completion. This will give you an idea of the lots, floor plans, and design options available. The sales agent will also give you information on the HOA and other important details about the community. While you're touring communities, your agent will most definitely ask about incentives and potentially may be able to negotiate further on your behalf. Be aware that the builder will give incentives with the understanding that the buyer will use the builder's in-house lender. The builder typically has an in-house lender and in-house title representatives. Because everything is done in-house, the builder saves money and in turn is able to offer you these buying incentives. Here's a pro tip. When you're working with the in-house lender, be sure to ask what the property taxes will look like with the land and the improvement, meaning the house. I have heard horror stories of lenders estimating property taxes on the land alone, and then homeowners are shocked come January when their taxes have jumped significantly and they can't afford to pay their taxes. It's important to have a game plan in the event that you find the home of your dreams. Writing an offer on a new construction home is very different from writing an offer on a resale home. Builders have their own contracts that outline the terms of the transaction, and these contracts can be lengthy. Your agent will read through your contract, but it's important for you to read through it before you sign anything. Ask questions and make sure that you understand the contract fully before signing anything. Once both parties have signed the contract, it is executed and legally binding. From there, you'll be required to pay an earnest money deposit as part of your contract terms. Earnest money deposits vary depending on the builder. I've seen builders ask for a flat fee of $3,000 to $5,000 and higher end builders asking for 10% of the sales price. Once you have an executed contract and you've paid your earnest money deposit, the builder will continue to finalize the home for completion. During this time, there will be a lot of back and forth communication between the builder, the lender, the title company, your agent, and you. It's extremely important that you communicate and get the lender or title company any documents that they ask for so that closing is not delayed. A delay in closing could end up costing the buyer money. Remember that new construction contract that we talked about earlier? Yeah. It's full of scenarios like this to protect the builder and save them money. This is also a great time to get a list of utility providers and begin getting your utilities set up to start on your close date. Just remember that new construction timelines can change, so keep the utility company up to date on when to start your services so that you don't get charged extra money. Anytime you're financing a property, an appraisal will need to be performed. Understand that builders typically price their homes high in an attempt to make more money. When a home sits on the market and is nearing completion, you'll notice that builders will slash their prices by tens of thousands of dollars, which is typically more reflective of the current market value of the home. Typically, if a home doesn't appraise, the buyer has the option to negotiate the sales price down or walk away from the deal entirely. But remember that new construction contract we talked about? Sometimes there's clauses in there that waive the buyer's appraisal contingency, meaning that regardless of what the home appraises for, the buyer must purchase the property at the agreed upon sales price. This is another reason why you need a real estate agent during this process. A great real estate agent will run a comparative market analysis, or a CMA, to help you understand the market value of a property before you sign a contract. A few weeks before your closing, you may choose to get an inspection, which I highly recommend. You can use this inspection report when the builder schedules your blue tape walkthrough, which is essentially a walkthrough of the entire home, interior and exterior, to check for items that need to be fixed or replaced before closing. Anything that is not referenced on the blue tape walkthrough report will not be addressed, so make sure that you're looking in every nook and cranny for items that need to be addressed. The final walkthrough will take place the day before or on closing day. This is where you'll reference your inspection report and the blue tape walkthrough agreement and make sure that you are satisfied with the final product of the home. On closing day, you'll meet at the title company and sign a ton of documents so that you become the owner of the home. Once the file has closed and funded, meaning that the builder has received their money, you'll get your keys and be able to move into your home. New construction incentives can be a great way for home buyers to save money and get into their dream home. By working with a real estate agent, you can ensure that you get the best deal possible and protect your interests throughout the process. Thanks for watching, and best of luck in your home buying journey.